Hi everybody, welcome to Oregon Preparedness. This is Oleg. In this video, I'd like to talk about self-defense. Self-defense in general, on the street, at home, now or in SHTF. So I'd like to start with self-defense skills such as your just physical condition. You know, in my opinion, in probably everybody's opinion, you should get in good, best possible physical shape for SHTF or even now. You know, you should be able to run for at least a mile really quickly, you know, if possible, of course. Maybe you have some health condition that you can't, but do what you can. You know, you should work out, you should have some physical strength, because, you know, if you're on the street in some situation that is, you know, questionable, obviously it's best to avoid any kind of conflict or confrontation. It's best to get away, you know. Fighting should be the last resort, because, you know, if you're fighting, even if you know how to fight, chances are you will get hurt. And, you know, if you get hurt, right now there is, of course, help. There is supplies in the stores, there is emergency rooms, there is clinics. In SHTF, who knows what will be available, you know? You may get hurt and may not get any help afterwards, so avoid at all costs if possible. Another measure of self-defense, of course, is simple, inexpensive, yet I would say 90% effective in most cases, is a pepper spray. And of course, pepper spray, as we know, you know, if you're in a crazy situation and you know, you're trying to defend yourself from somebody, if you're outside, it may be windy and you might get hurt from it too. So you have to take that in consideration. You know, you have to think about how to spray. You have to try to pay attention to if it's windy or not. I remember one time I was testing bear spray, and bear spray is a really powerful spray that, you know, you can spray up to 30 feet. And I was just testing it at home, and it was absolutely perfect calm condition outside. And, you know, I sprayed just to see if it indeed shoots up to 30 feet. It did. You know, it shot for about 27 feet roughly, which is, you know, close enough to their claim. But even though it was perfect weather conditions, no wind, still some tiny particles got in my nose, and it was itching for next couple of hours so bad. And I just imagined if you would actually spray somebody with it, man, that thing would work pretty much as well as gun, you know. But again, bear spray, I'm not sure if you have to check if you can use it as a self-defense measure against people. It may be illegal, so you have to check into it. However, it's very powerful. And next up is guns. Guns, of course, are great. You know, you can defend yourself from a distance. You know, you need to wait for somebody to come close enough so you can spray them with your pepper spray. And of course, with guns, there's another problems. You know, if you kill somebody defending yourself, you of course saved your life, which is good, but you'll be then also defending yourself in the court of law. You'll have to prove your innocence and your reasoning, which is not always simple, I'm sure. I would not want to be in a position where I would have to make that decision, you know, pull trigger on the person or not. Of course, if you have to, you have to, but hopefully you'll never be in that situation, you know. And guns in your house, that's, in my opinion, slightly different story. You know, if you have an intruder in your house, and as far as I know, if they're facing you when you shoot them, then you're justified. Again, each state has their own laws, and if you own a gun that you intend to use in self-defense, you should look into it and see all the laws that apply, so you would not be in the wrong. And then going back to guns on the streets, you know, obviously many states have open carry policy, and of course, even though in many states, like in Oregon, I think you can open carry. However, you'll be frowned upon a lot if you're gonna have a gun just exposed. I'm sure some people would probably call cops on you. So in that case, if you want to have a gun on you in the city, you should have concealed weapon permit. And concealed weapon permit, I think, is an excellent idea, with one but. And that's just purely my opinion. If you're an American, I think you absolutely should have concealed weapon permit. However, if you're a foreigner, like me, for example, you can still obtain it, but it may not be the best thing, and I'll tell you why. And this is purely my opinion. Maybe it's ridiculous, maybe it doesn't make any sense, but I'll tell you. And you let me know in the comments if it makes any sense to you. For an example, you have concealed weapon permit and you get pulled over by police for just some traffic violation, speeding, anything. That cop, before he comes to you, he runs your plate to make sure that you have, no warrant for arrest or something. He checks your record, he checks who you are. And I'm sure he knows at that point that you do have concealed weapon permit. And then he reads your name. If your name is Joe Blow, obviously you're an American. However, if your name is Oleg, it's no rocket science that you're probably from Ukraine or Russia or somewhere former Soviet Union, most likely. And I think if that cop reads your name, you're Oleg, and or Sergey or Vladimir or whatever, or some other foreign name, and you have concealed weapon permit, he will be probably more alert. He might be more trigger happy for his own safety, as they say. And and this could be totally ridiculous. Maybe I'm just being overcautious. But I think if you're a foreigner, concealed weapon permit might do more damage to you than good. So that said, you should still own a gun, at least for home defense, for target shooting, for SHTF scenario, because you never know. I mean, you might use that gun to get some food, For example, I have two guns, just a basic 10-22 rifle, long rifle, made by Ruger. I've had that gun for 25 years. And I also have 9mm Taurus. It's a copy of one of the Berettas. It's a good gun, so far, even though it's a Taurus, and some people say that they jam. In 20 plus years that I've had that gun, and I've shot probably a few thousand rounds of ammunition through it, jammed only once. Again, it could have been bad ammunition. It could have been, who knows, maybe it malfunctioned. However, that gun, to me, I would say it's reliable, you know. And I like these calibers because, you know, if crap will hit the fan, ammunition will be scarce, and you can get 9mm or 10-22 probably easier than some other calibers. So basically, you know, I'd like to get some more powerful either rifle or handgun, something like, you know, 44 Magnum or something. If I'm in the woods and the bear comes out, I want to have something that will stop that bear. Anyway, yeah, that's my take on self-defense and guns. Should have a gun or a shotgun. Shotgun is a great gun to have. You know, you can hunt with it. You can self-defend yourself in home. You know, it's not that expensive. You can buy one for $200 or $300. Concealed weapon permit, maybe not the best idea if you're from somewhere other than here. And definitely get in shape, be in shape. You know, if you have fighting skills, that's excellent, but you should also have good running skills just to get away from the problem if possible, you know. And carry pepper spray, whether you're a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. Pepper spray, it's small, it's very effective, you know, it doesn't take any space in your pocket, it's not expensive. So there you have it. That's my take on self-defense tactics. Everybody have a great day. If you find this video useful, please like and subscribe. If you have some other ideas, drop them in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next upload. Stay prepared always. Bye bye.